We've been lied to. From the time you were in kindergarten, you were told that the world is a giant vending machine for karma. You put goodness in, and you get success out. We're taught that the bad guys always lose in the end, that honesty is the only way to the top, and that being a nice person is the ultimate strategy for a happy life. But then, you grow up, you enter the real world, and you start to see things that don't fit the story. You see the coworker who takes credit for everyone's work get the promotion. You see the politician who says whatever people want to hear, even if it's a blatant lie, gain more power than the one telling the hard truth. You see the sharks winning, while the good people are just exhausted, treading water and wondering when their reward is coming. Most people look at this and get angry. They call it unfair. They call it a glitch in the system. But 500 years ago, a man named Niccolo Machiavelli stopped being angry and started being honest. He looked at the winners of history and realized they weren't winning because they were lucky. They were winning because they were playing a different game than everyone else. Today, I'm going to tell you the truth about why evil people win. It's not because they're smarter than you, it's because they understand the world as it is, not as we wish it would be. To understand this, you have to understand Machiavelli. He wasn't a movie villain. He was a high-level government official in Italy during a time of constant war. He saw leaders get slaughtered because they were too nice to protect their people. He saw holy men commit atrocities and cruel men bring peace. His big realization? There is a massive gap between how we ought to live and how we actually live. He famously said that if you try to be good in a world where everyone else is playing dirty, you're going to get destroyed. It's like bringing a bouquet of flowers to a knife fight. You might have the moral high ground, but you're still the one who ends up bleeding. When we say evil people win, what we're usually seeing is simply effective people. The person we call evil has realized that they have a toolbox. In that box, they have kindness, but they also have ruthlessness, deceit, and intimidation. Most of us refuse to even touch those other tools. We try to build a life using only a screwdriver. The evil person uses the hammer, the saw, and the drill. Of course, they're going to build their house faster. Machiavelli had a famous analogy for this. He said a leader must be both a fox and a lion. The lion is strong. He can scare away the wolves. But the lion is clumsy. He walks right into every trap because he thinks he can just power through everything. The fox is smart. He sees the traps coming and avoids them. But he's too weak to fight the wolves when they surround him. Evil people win because they know when to switch masks. Think about the most successful, ruthless people you've seen. They aren't just mean all the time. If they were just mean, everyone would team up to kick them out. No, they are the fox. They know how to smile, how to flatter you, and how to make you think they're your best friend. They only become the lion, the aggressive, cold version of themselves, when it's absolutely necessary to get what they want. Most good people are stuck being just one thing. They are the nice person. They don't have the flexibility to be what the situation requires. The evil person doesn't care about being consistent. They care about results. Then there's the famous question, is it better to be loved or feared? We all want to be loved. We want our coworkers to like us and our bosses to admire us. But Machiavelli pointed out a cold, hard truth. Love is something people give you when they feel like it. Fear is something you control. Think about it. If someone loves you, they might help you. But if they're tired or busy, or if helping you costs them too much money or time, they might stop loving you for a moment. But if someone fears the consequences of letting you down, they will show up every single time. Evil people win because they aren't looking for friends. They're looking for reliability. They don't mind if you don't like them, as long as you do what you're supposed to do. Now, Machiavelli didn't say you should be a monster. He said you should avoid being hated. Being hated is bad business. It leads to people wanting to sabotage you. But being too nice is also bad business. It leads to people walking all over you. The evil winners live right in that sweet spot where people respect their power enough not to mess with them. This is the part that's the hardest to hear. Machiavelli said you don't actually have to be a good person. You just have to look like one. In fact, he argued that actually being a perfect moral person is a massive disadvantage. If you are 100% honest, you can never keep a secret. If you are 100% kind, you can never fire someone who is dragging the whole team down. The winners of the world, the ones we often call evil, have mastered the art of the mask. They talk about values. They talk about mission statements and community. They use the language of goodness to gain your trust, because once they have your trust, they have power over you. It sounds cynical, but look at the world. The most dangerous people aren't the ones screaming in the streets. They're the ones in the expensive suits, speaking softly, telling you exactly what you want to hear while they move the pieces on the board behind your back. They understand that perception is reality. If people think you are a saint, you can get away with being a devil. So, why do good people lose? They lose because they assume that everyone else is playing by the same rules. They assume that if they are fair, the world will be fair back. Machiavelli would call this criminal naivety. He wrote that a man who tries to be good in everything will surely be ruined among so many who are not good. The evil person wins because they have no illusions. They know the world is a chaotic, competitive, and often predatory place. By accepting the darkness of human nature, they gain a tactical advantage over the good person who is still waiting for the world to change. So, does this mean you have to be evil to win? No, that's not what Machiavelli was trying to say. He didn't write his book for villains. He wrote it because he wanted his country to be strong and safe. He believed that sometimes you have to do bad things to achieve a good result, like peace or stability or protecting your family. The truth nobody tells you is that goodness without power is useless. If you are a good person but you have no influence, no money, and no strength, how much good can you actually do? You can't feed the hungry with your intentions. You can't change a law with your kindness. Evil people win because they understand the mechanics of power. They understand that to change the world, you first have to own a piece of it. If you're a good person watching this, my message to you isn't become a villain. It's stop being a victim. Stop assuming the world will reward you just for being nice. Start learning how to be a fox. Start learning how to be a lion. Don't let the evil people be the only ones who know how the world actually works. Learn the rules of the game, not so you can hurt people, but so you can finally win for the right reasons. Because a good person who understands power is the only thing that can actually stop a bad person who does.